Welcome to this channel. Today I'd like to share with you something really critical if you want to study Kung Fu or Wing Chun or Qigong or Chinese culture. So lately I have shared the Silicon Valley Kung Fu model, which is based on science, engineering, and technology. And after that, many of our friends is messaging me, chat with me on, am I get rid of the Chinese culture? So I built a Western Kung Fu platform here. And so, with that type of questions, today I'd like to share with you. Most people today do not know what is Chinese culture. They don't. There is a reason why, such as the classic of General Qi Guang is not properly translated, and they cannot properly translate it because they don't understand this. So let me share with you what Chinese classic on Chinese culture. Chinese classic is never like just a philosophy, or it's just like in the West we look at this, it's like, oh yeah, Confucian philosophy, okay, or General Qi Guang philosophy. It is not that. This classic, say we take General Qi Guang's classic 1560, it is actually history. It has the art, the martial arts, unarmed combat art, and then the technology there of the unarmed combat and General Qi Guang's experience. So that classic is, you have a history where General Qi Guang tell you at that time in the Ming Dynasty, you have this style of martial art, that style of martial art. That's history. And also he said that at that time, all those martial arts are just monotonous martial arts. They are not multi-dimensional. That is history. On the other hand, he tell you about the momentum. That is technology stuff. And then it tell you that the handling of the fighting is not blocking and not resisting. That is an art, and there's the philosophy behind that. And then at the end, General Qi Guang say, oh, when he was in this place training, he spar with this guy, okay, and his experience. So you see, it's just a simple classic, General Qi Guang classic, a few hundred words or a few hundred characters in the Chinese. It has so many things. Now, when this thing come to say in the West, when people try to translate it, they translate words, or then they get into this Tai Chi philosophy, Taoist philosophy. Well, now you totally screw the entire thing up, because this is what not it is as you think. Okay? So same with the Wing Chun Kuen Kut I got on the 1850. As say for example in the Wing Chun Inception. You see history there. Why? Because when you talk about Ne Zhuo Qi, you talk about the Mei, how it linked to the practice of the Yellow Emperor Classic, and also the Huinan of the Zen, and the Mencius. Okay, so forth. So and then you have the techniques there. You want to do this Ne Zhuo Qi, you better know the techniques, right? So what I got, the writing of the Wing Chun 1850, it have so many things. That is the reason why I be able to reproduce all this and make a video for you last week to clarify the entire Wing Chun route up. When Asia grandmaster, based on their opinion, try to put down things on Wing Chun. And you know that when people do that, that means they don't have the understanding of what is Chinese culture. That's why they base on themselves or based on some kind of village thinking, which is today's village thinking, is not even ancient, and then make a conclusion. Chinese do that today, right? And that is how it is. And today, you look at the Chinese today. Say when they talk about the martial arts, they'll talk about, in Wing Chun, okay, or who passed to who passed to who passed to who passed to who. Fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's missing the technical thing, and it become everybody interpretations. And it missing the art, because everybody have a different characteristic today. You look at this, everybody just say who passed this to who, but it doesn't tell anything about technical. Now, if you look at General Qi Ji Guang's classic, as now, that's why I translated in this book. You can see everything clearly. Okay, this is from this is Tang Sun Zhi, explanation of momentum, and then this is Yi Da Yu, and this is Shaolin Short Strike. The who passed what to whom is clear there. However, there are technical details and all sort of stuff there. Okay, so you can see that the Chinese ancient classic is a holistic. It is like I'm doing design in Silicon Valley. It is like my design records. You have the history of record. Who is the first design engineer? What type of thing they design technically? What type of approach they are using? And then if you look at the product, you can go up to the beginning of the product, the design and how it changed and so forth. You see the entire thing. That is what they are in Chinese classic. So it is not just like somebody's philosophy. Oh, this is this Wing Chun Inception. This is Hendrik's philosophy. No, there's no Hendrik philosophy here. This is according to what Chinese culture is. The differences here is now we have Western sport science inside there, and we do it a systematic way. So we have another element inside there, which is the Western science and systematic way or engineering way elements there. So same with the Kung Fu 2021 platform, or the Silicon Valley Kung Fu platform. It is comprehensive stuff. You have the Chinese culture there. That's why it's called Kung Fu platform. And now you have the Western sport science inside there. So it is not taking away the Chinese culture. It is not. It is just put everything together and evolve it. If you watch my video on this platform, the Silicon Valley Kung Fu platform. Even Dr. Ma Li Tang at 1930s, didn't they have already incorporate in the heart rate, the breathing rate, breathing capacity, those kind of stuff? So there's no different. What I'm doing today is not different than what those grandmaster in China doing in 1930. The only difference is that this is Silicon Valley, that is, say, somewhere in China 90 years ago. But the thing, everything is the same. And that is the same with today's engineering design, the same with General Qi Ji Guang's presentation. So it is not a matter of there's no more Chinese culture and so forth. And today's people taking Chinese culture as like those movies, propaganda or marketing. Or Moi create Wing Chun. Moi is from Southern Shaolin. And then there are burning of Southern Shaolin. And today I ask everybody, okay, you saw that in the movie, and there's a fiction called 万年轻, 10,000 year youth, which is 150 years ago. At that time, you have seen that, you know, that fiction, or yeah, friction in China. There is the friction who is the story of this 5 elderly in Shaolin fighting, Feng Shui fighting, this guy fighting that guy. It's all from that. So your Chinese culture, so-called what people think today in Chinese martial art, Chinese culture is what, you know what? It is based on that. It is like today based on movie, Jackie Chan's movie or Jet Li's movie. Is that Chinese culture? You're based on fantasy. That's why the modern Tai Chi. Now I won't say the ancient Tai Chi, because ancient Tai Chi is legit. The modern Tai Chi in get into this, the philosophy of the Taoists. That's nonsense. Okay, those are just something else. Those are not even Chinese. Those are living in fantasy. Real Chinese is like this General Qi Ji Guang thing. That's real Chinese. Okay, the rest is something out from the blue. So today's martial art is like that. Oh, I'm from this grandmaster from this grandmaster teaching this. Say for example, if I go saying that, you know, my ancestor is from Yikam of the Red Boat, and then I am the 5th generations. My Sifu is who and who, and then I start to making story. Actually, let me tell you the truth. Somebody making a story of my great-grand Sifu in China, and create a mess in the China in China, just because they making something up that putting the or distorting the history, say distorting the history of Choi Lei Fat. So 2 years ago, they are distorting, making this Wing Chun, the Chou family story, history, distorting the Choi Lei Fat real life history and real life grandmaster. Of course, people is going to ask you, hey man, where do you get this? Show evidence. Of course, the people who make it up have no evidence. And end up that I have to, I get involved and I try to settle this thing and explain to our Chai Lei Fat brothers, say that is not right. The ancestor in the Chou family didn't say that. But then those who create that turn around and asking me, like challenge me to fight. Guess what I tell them in the public forum? I said, right now you already make my Sijo, okay, my great grand teacher, the best fighter in the entire canton. Do you want to fight the entire canton martial artists today? Because you say that, you make a claim that my great grandmaster is the best in the canton at his time. Okay, everybody go learn from him. So I asked them. I said, do you want to face all this thing, all these people? Do you know what is going on in the reality? So this is the problem. You're keeping making up stuff. We don't know what is the technical stuff. That is not Chinese culture. That is this screw up of the past 100 years. And at this Chou family versus the Chou family, somebody create this history which is distorting the Chua Lei Fat, Hong Seng Chua Lei Fat history. Why do you want to do that? And in fact, they are stepping on the grandmaster of Hong Seng Chua Lei Fat, who is a national hero who fight the Japanese invasion. So if you ask me those kind of things, I say, what the heck is going on there? And that's why I say I want the Kung Fu, Silicon Valley Kung Fu platform. Let's get it straight. What is what, you know, get everything clear and clean. Not just because of my creativity or imagination, I can say whatever I want. So we don't want to bully other people, and we don't want other people to bully us either. The best thing to keep everybody honest is present history, present technical details, do it scientific, engineering, technology, so everybody can sit down and solve problem. Not everybody there, you know, just like making movie. And you can see the Chinese martial art community, Kung Fu community, always going out around. Only yesterday, a senior of mine sent me a video which somebody made, which is between Wing Chun and this other style in southern China, and it is a mess. So we want to avoid those. Those are not Chinese culture. It is movie, it is somebody's opinion, somebody's imaginations, and it screw everybody up. So like in this Chou family and this Chua Lei Fat, Hong Seng Chua Lei Fat issue. Why is that get the Chou family ancestor, which is my ancestor, and me too, into trouble? In fact, as I just shared with you guys on the Wing Chun history, at the Red Boat time, Zhang Hong Seng, the grandmaster of Hong Seng Chua Lei Fat, and Li Man Mao, and our Wing Chun ancestor, they are brothers. So why after 160 years you make up some story and you screw everybody up and screw everybody? You screw the ancestor. Okay? So that's why I'm saying that we need to know exactly what is Chinese culture. You cannot say, I think so, I believe so, I guess so. You want to make a claim, you need to put evidence to back it up. And when you want to study Chinese, don't tell me about this philosophy, that philosophy. Well, no, that's not philosophy. Chinese don't do it in the way of the European or in the past. There's nothing wrong with the different mindset, but you cannot read the Chinese classical like reading Shakespeare, then you're dead. Because you were totally just misunderstood the entire thing. Okay? So if the Chinese culture is just like the Kung Fu culture, is just like That's why I just reveal to you, oh, my sifu is who, and who is who, and then we go to eat gum and so forth, and nobody know what the heck I'm learning, and nobody know what I'm training in. What do I know? That's not Chinese culture. And it's luckily that in Wing Chun we have that Kun Kut of 1850. And that's the reason why I found out, oh, the Chinese is not thinking like what we think today. It is the 1850s Xiu Lim Tao. You can read about it and then you can see, okay, this gesture is from this opera. This is on this time for anti-Qing. And this is from Shaolin, this is from the Qi Qi Guang, this is from Mei, and then the Mei stuff is linked up to the Buddhism, Anapanasati, the Zen, and so forth, so forth, so forth. So again, it's like in Silicon Valley. You look into the product design, you check the entire thing, you trace this up, you can see the entire thing. And then we can improve it. If we cannot do that, there is nothing there. I cannot say, oh, maybe that engineer designed that, that engineer designed that. Well, are you sure? So it becomes a storytelling. So today, many Chinese stuff become storytelling, or those Taoist fantasy, which is I name it, I coined the name Taoist fantasy, like the Tai Chi people usually today have many Taoist fantasy, and right now you cannot back it up with Xi Xiaodong. Okay, so that is what I like to share with you. Okay, be really careful. We need to know what is what, and we need to have the evidence to back the thing, instead of speaking the thing and like I asked that those follower of this Sifu in Asia who want to challenge me, because I said, hey, come on, cut it off, okay? You want to fight the entire Canton martial art community because you make a claim that my Sizhou is the best of everything, everybody. It is insane, okay? So if we don't have a platform, we cannot repeat things. Like yesterday, I shared on this breathing. So you know that breathing today, you know, like there's the nurture chi, and then the mouth exhale, the nose inhale, and then you get to another group, which is today we can use in the sport, like you're training your muscle, your breathing muscle. So on one end, the nurture chi, that is to loosen up your body, to help circulation. On the other hand, you are strengthened muscle. There are two ends. The nurture chi recovery going down for actually to promote circulation in a loose, relaxed way. On the other hand, you are strengthening your breathing muscle. And that have to go to get ki and everything, or grunting, right? G-R-U-N-T. Look at the tennis player and the power lifter and so forth. So if you tell me today, say, hey, I have this internal Xiu Lim Tao set, and I don't have to do those grunting and all those breathing with mouth. I have this power. I just have to relax, practice it slowly, and then I'll be able to get that because this is of Tai Chi internal power. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? The Chinese didn't say that. In the Kun Kut 1850, it say clearly you have this rising, sinking, open and closing. There is today is like your grunting and all kind of stuff which you can prove in sports science to strengthen your muscle, your breathing muscle, and so forth. So this is what I like to share with everybody. You know, of course I'm not perfect. I can make mistakes and so forth. The point I want to share is that we need to change the mentality. Today's the Kung Fu mentality, most of it is like some kind of fantasy, movie like of stuff, or fiction. People take the fiction like this Wan Yanqing, 10,000 year youth, take the fictions and then create all kind of stuff. And some is a villager thinking. Oh, my Sifu is the best fighter in the village, and then because he's the best fighter in the village, and suddenly it turned into my Sifu is the best fighter in Canton. And then you're going to piss everybody in Canton up when you say that in public, okay? Those are villager thinking. So this is what I like to share with you. It is a big problem. If we like Wing Chun, we love Wing Chun, really care for Chinese Kung Fu, disregard of style, we want to make it so that everybody win, improve, then we need to go into SET, scientific engineering technology, based on historic evidence. So if it is from China, we say this is from China. If it is from Western boxing, we say, okay, we incorporate this into Western boxing. If this is incorporate from BJJ, we say so. And if this is this part is from ancient Chinese training, we say so. If this part, you say, well, now we can quantify, say, our muscular endurance training or breathing training, quantify it scientifically. We say that now this training is better than the ancient Chinese way of training. Like I showed you the other day using the breathing trainer. You look at most people who practice Qigong, do they know that there is a part of training of the breathing is to help circulation, which is for recovery, and another part is the strengthening the breathing muscle. So if the people who train Qigong and internal have no idea on this, what internal? Well, the Chinese know. The ancient Chinese, the real Chinese. So I hope that this clear thing up for you, okay? You cannot get away from this book. And of course, this is not my book. This is just presenting you that what really happened with General Qi Ji Guang. Okay? I might not be 100% get it, but I know that that is 85% is that. Okay? Because again, it's based on evidence, based on science, based on everything. Trackable, traceable. Okay? It's not my philosophy, not my guessing, not my I think, I believe, I guess. It's based on Shaolin Short Strike, Tang Sun Zhi, Wu Bian, Yi Da Yu's writing. So, how far do you think you can get off from what General Qi Ji Guang present? And of course, it depends on the history too. So you know that it's not going to be away from the domain. It has to be in the domain. 85% is there. 100%, we need to wait for General Qi Ji Guang reincarnate back to our world and tell us 100%. That's what reality is. But we don't know General Qi Ji Guang if he reincarnate back. What we know is the record in the history, the science.